Appreciate everyone that is here. Mr. Superintendent, do we have any presentations or public comments?
Yes, ma'am, we do. Mr. Roderick Whitaker is here to address the board.
Okay, Mr. Whitaker, can you please take the well? Can you ensure that that mic is on, please? She's coming. 10 minutes, right? 3?
Check,
Okay.
check.
Okay, Mr. Whitaker, just to
All
let
right.
you know, we have a timekeeper. I think Ms. Rhonda announced that you will have 3 minutes to your discussion.
3?
3. And we have a timekeeper.
All right. After greetings, I will get right into it. My reason for being here is to just get some clarity from the people that we have been dealing with, trying to basically set up a provisional type of fundraising aspect. I'm all familiar with what's going on, and this is kind of directed directly at Monroe High School. So me being a graduate in 1987, there's a peer group pushing back into the 70s and maybe upwards of 95-ish. We consider ourselves kind of the OGs, if you will, that went to the road. So 2 different classes. So, but the bottom line was there was a proposal in addition to the fundraiser, not competing. We're not saying they don't need it, but our angle was primarily to set up a residual type of fundraising based on how we presented it to the people that we know more likely would respond that way versus coming to the school and checking. But the point of it was to have it and show them how it would be residual based on the type of approach. We're not asking directly for money, but what we wanted them to do was buy certain, hopefully associated with the Monroe High School, with our school, with the basically different types of design of the same type. But the difference would be the logo on it would kind of clarify to this group and to the world, you know that I gave $100 because of what's on the back of my shirt. Not Monroe. We understand that. There's a billion, but that's the angle that we wanted to push forward with. And we just wanted to be, we understand you're not shutting a fundraiser down as much as you cannot use the name or the logo without justification. And what we offered after talking to my peer groups, this is not just me. There's a minimum of 15 to 20 guys, some of the greats that went through the school. We ran it by them, and everybody feels like, in addition to what's there, the difference would be we're not a football booster club, basketball or baseball. We are an extracurricular booster club, and the point is to get everyone that went to the row, whether they kid plays football, basketball, band, whatever, to create that pot. So that'll create a wider group to solicit to versus saying any particular thing. And the bottom line where we hope that it ends up in a perfected situation is that, okay, those clubs are there, man, we short here, this, that, and the other, and whatever those different groups that need whatever, a particular type of invoice, we'll explain the steps that we hope to provide, that they will have an invoice like, man, we need 15 of these, such and such, and we'll be in the position to say, all right, so since y'all didn't get whatever, this group over here, but still is 100% of whatever we do generate it is not going to be a donation, it'll be set aside. And we're willing to offer for accountability 5, 10 names with numbers, the whole line, to make sure it don't look like this is Rod with no. These are guys that I've been speaking with, I formerly played, whatever the case may be. I love the school, and I know that, but I do understand that there's more than one way. Keep doing what they're doing. We're not trying to take away. We want to be over here. But the difference is tennis team, band, whoever, when that situation comes up, we wanted to have it that way. And we're asking the board, finally, just for provisional permission and consideration that since we're providing that you will allow us to generate the type of catalog, 30, 40 items, all at $100, that we promote the way we want to promote them to those people. If it doesn't happen, then let it collapse on its own. But we don't want the particular that we can't use our school. You know, we wanted to be on a board with how we need to present that. We want you all to consider allowing, based on anything else that you all may need. And we are already registered as a nonprofit, and we want to go to the next step after getting approval. But we EIN the whole 9. So that part has been set. It's not somebody asking, but we're just trying to hopefully you all take provision.
Thank you, Mr. Whitaker. I know we went a few minutes over time. Mr. Superintendent, anyone have any question? Any board members have any questions? Any board members? Just to be transparent, we did give Mr. Whitaker the fundraiser, policy, and share with him, so we'll stick it back at staff for staff to look at it, Mr. Davis.
And if I may, Madam Chair, and thank you, Mr. Whitaker. Thank you, sir. We're always very eager to partner with community partners, especially someone that graduated and finished one of our high schools and committed to giving back. Partnership, all of our fundraisers are, at this point, by way of board policy, funneled through our schools. And so we'll definitely be prepared to support your efforts, submit a proposal, and let's continue the conversation, and we'll certainly consider it.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Whitaker. Okay, board members, we do have an executive session. We do not, we will not have, yes, we will have action. So we'll go through the first part. Okay. Board members, we'll review the agenda items to give board members an opportunity to ask questions or make comments. Board members, do you have any questions or comments about the agenda? We will add an addendum to the, has it been passed
No,
out?
ma'am, not yet. We'll do it in executive.
Okay, so we do have an addendum with that, but do you have any questions on the agenda that you have present? Hearing none? Yes, Ms. Hutley? Okay. Any questions on the agenda item minutes of the regular board meeting held on March 26, 2026? Item 2, consideration and recommendation of employment of personnel. Item 3, release of personnel. Item 4, consideration and recommendation to approve consent items, the fundraising requests, and out-of-state field trips. Item 5, consideration and recommendation to adopt the policy, school board governance, and internet acceptable use.
Madam Chair, if I may. And thank you all, board members, and good evening to everyone. Dr. Finley, who has been leading our efforts in the revision of board policies, would like to come back to the board, in front of the board, and give some clarity to what you have in front of you, if you all would permit that. Dr. Finley?
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. To this esteemed board, Deputy Superintendent, Mr. Davis, families, staff. It's an honor to come before you today to give an update and speak to the policies. BAB, which is school board governance. For school board governance, if you don't have your binder in front of you, I did make some copies that I can pass around. So for the first policy, BAB, school board governance, and for policy IFBG, internet acceptable use, these policies came before you in September and October of 2025. So if you're reading it and the language seems familiar, it's because you have already reviewed both of these policies before and adopted. I'm coming before you today because there are updates that need to be considered for these particular policies. So for the first one, BAB, school board governance, last board meeting, I presented the new strategic plan, and within that strategic plan, we updated our core beliefs. So the school board governance policy, BAB, is about our strategic plan, and it includes our core beliefs. So I wanted to bring this before you today for your consideration for adoption with our updated core beliefs for policy BAB. And I'll stop any questions related to that particular policy.
Any questions to Dr. Finley? Okay.
All right, so I will move on to internet acceptable use. For this particular policy, again, it was before you in the months of September and October as well. And you had a chance to review and adopt if the language seems familiar. We are at a place where updates are recommended. And we have to provide social media language within our district per state law. Senate Bill 381 requires us to have language that speaks to social media. Our students being prohibited from utilizing social media with our devices, our internet, or our resources. So that's what the updated language is within that particular document. The document that has the definitions at the top, again, you reviewed all of that in September and October. The only changes are what you see in the red and the blue. Blue being the new language, red being the old language that we are recommending goes away. The blue language recommended being the updates for both policies.
Board members, you have any questions you'd like to? Guess you're doing a great job, Dr. Finley. You gave it to us enough time for Ms. Hutley to do her homework.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Dr. Finley. Madam Chair, if I may.
Yes.
Just a couple of very quick things. With the school board policy on the core beliefs, those core beliefs come out of the strategic plan. As you all know, a steering committee of community stakeholders, district staff persons came together to formulate those. And you'll see really only two additions. The first five, I think, are core staples that have been our core beliefs, but you see two additional on those last two. So I just want to really thank you, Dr. Finley, for making that connection with that one. And the other part, that second policy, Dr. Finley was looking at that policy instead of Mr. Fields, Terrence Fields. Mr. Dyer really directed all of us, instead of having a lot of policies, two policies for social media and acceptable use, to just combine those two into one. So that's why you see that blue language there, okay?
Okay, any other questions for the board members? Do we have any committee reports? I was going to say, Mr. Superintendent, do you have a report today?
Yes, ma'am. I do think we have a report for tonight. Hello? Mr. Dyer, are you on?
Yes, sir. I'm ready when you are.
All right. We do have a report for tonight. Mr. Dyer is going to deliver the report. Good afternoon, good evening, sir, or good afternoon where you are.
Good afternoon. Yes, sir. Good afternoon. Good evening, board members. I am sharing my report. All right, Superintendent's report for April 13th, 2026. Of course, our mission is that we're a destination school system that, in collaboration with families and community partners, provides quality education experiences that empower graduates to be successful and impactful contributors to society. And our mission is to meet the academic and non-academic needs of our students with the rigorous and relevant education experiences that equip them to succeed in life. And our topics of discussion will be our strategic plan overview, of course, our legislative update, and then celebrations and announcements. Our strategic plan, as you well know, our first priority is early literacy, and then academic rigor and relevance. Student wellness is priority number 3, with investment in human capital being our priority number 4, and our 5th priority, family and community engagement. Our legislative priorities included increased early learning opportunities by expanding our pre-K, adding a poverty weight to QBE, supplement state health benefit costs, a teacher pipeline, which is return to work bill, teacher apprenticeship funding, and add steps to our teacher pay scale. Crossover day was March 6th. Signing die, the last day of this session, was April 2nd. And as it usually stands with signing die, the activity was fierce the last few days, with a lot of changes being made. I'll give you a brief overview of the most pertinent bills associated with K-12 public education, and with a more comprehensive report on those bills that'll be that were signed by the governor into law once he signs or vetoes those respective bills. Of course, we already spoke about the amended budget for FY26 to provide the one-time pay supplement. The board approved at its last meeting to advance that, provide that funding for those employees who were not included in the state list. And I want to thank our payroll department for making that happen. Our employees received those payments the Monday of spring break. So they were very appreciative for payroll expediting that process. And I want to thank the board for allowing us to do that. House Resolution 1114, House Bill 1116, we've had several discussions about that. Neither of those made it past the into law. House Resolution 1114 was going to be a constitutional amendment to be placed on the ballot, required a 2/3 vote. Did not get that in the House. House Bill 1116 went through the last day. It was approved, had several iterations. It was approved passed out of the House. It died in the Senate for lack of the needed votes. The Georgia literacy, more to come on House Bill 1116. There was a bill that was introduced that took the place of that. House Bill 1193, the Georgia Literacy Act, gave you an update on that at the last meeting. It provides, among other things, for full-day kindergarten. It also provides partial funding for literacy coaches at all schools that have grades K through 5, and requires a curriculum also to be reviewed annually for ELA. House Resolution 1582 creates a study committee, a House study committee on veteran teacher compensation, which would looking at extending this teacher pay scale beyond step 21. House Bill 372 and Senate Bill 150 provided for the same goal: retiree return to work full time, which is extending previous House Bill 385, which sunsets at the end of the school year. Senate Bill 150 is the one that passed out of both chambers and is submitted to the governor for his signature to be signed into law. I'll skip Senate Bill 33 for now and go to Senate Bill 381, adding a poverty weight to QE. That did not pass out of committee. And we also, again, testified to the committee regarding House Bill 1193 to add a poverty weight included in the Georgia Literacy Act, and presented data to show the impact of those additional resources, targeted resources, and its impact on literacy. And although the information was well received, there was no poverty weight added to the Georgia Literacy Act, and Georgia remains one of 44 states, one of 6 states in the country that doesn't have a poverty weight included in its education funding. Finally, Senate Bill 33 started out as a bill regarding hemp, marijuana. On the last day of the session, signed and died. That bill that had passed out of the Senate was stripped. The language was stripped out of it, and it was replaced by language regarding property tax relief, completely unrelated to the original purpose of the bill. Again, it was about hemp and marijuana farms in Georgia, and that language was stripped completely, and it's replaced by homestead property tax relief language. And in essence, it's a version of House Bill 1116 and Senate Bill 382. So what this provides is that those school systems and cities and counties who opted out of the previous House Bill 581 are now unable to opt out. That is imposed on all schools, school systems, cities and counties. No more than a 3% increase in your tax rates. over the previous year, and the base funding year was set for 2024 when the bill was first passed. It also provides for if a board or commission increases by more than that, it requires a vote by your local constituents, and the increase will be subject to their approval at the ballot box. What it does also do, it provides for an additional 1 penny sales tax that could go to offset the revenue, could offset homestead property taxes. That benefit was extended only to cities and counties. School systems did not receive that option or opportunity under Senate Bill 33. The goal was homestead property tax relief, and without getting into a debate about the regressive nature of the tax, since the bill passed, not including school systems in that bill, left, based on what we estimate, $389 million in homestead property tax relief, potential homestead property tax relief, untapped. If school systems had been added, then we could have offset dollar for dollar based on collection of sales tax that we receive, dollar for dollar offset to homestead property tax relief. And a preliminary analysis showed that statewide, with the current passage of the bill, including on the cities and counties, the maximum relief is estimated to be about 46% of homestead property taxes will be reduced across Georgia's 159 counties. If school systems had been added, you would have had 51 communities that would have had at least 70% of the homestead property tax relief offset, and 17 of those counties or communities would have been able to offset 100% of their homestead property taxes. So we had a missed opportunity, a significant missed opportunity, in my opinion, based on the data that's presented, to provide more widespread homestead property tax relief to citizens in every county in our state. And so we'll continue to advocate for that opportunity to be presented to school systems as it is to our partners in the city and the county. What that also does is that allows the effective millage rate for cities and counties to reduce significantly, whereas it won't allow us to reduce our effective millage rate. And so when compared to cities and county millage rates across the state, school system millage rates will look artificially high, only because we're not able to offset that by the sales tax collection. And in our particular case, as you know, we reduced our millage 8 consecutive years. However, when compared to the taxes that will be required from the city and county, our taxes will be much higher, only because we're not able to offset that with sales tax collections. And based on estimates from the Chamber of Commerce, our Chamber of Commerce, up to 50% of the sales tax generated in our community is generated by people who live outside Dougherty County. So we could have provided homestead property tax relief to the tune of over 90% in our community. And half of that would have been paid for by citizens outside of Dougherty County, which again is a great missed opportunity for our community, and hopefully one that we can correct in next year's session, if not before. Any questions, Madam Chair, Mr. Davis, regarding the information presented so far?
Any board members have any questions for Mr. Dyer? No, sir. Go
If
ahead.
not, moving on to our celebrations and announcements. Westover had 8 outstanding young men who officially signed letters of intent to continue their athletic and academic journeys at the collegiate level. Several signed with Albany State, one signed with Clayton State, one signed with Benedict College, one signed with Savannah State, and one signed with Central Georgia Technical College. So congratulations to those young men. At Martin Luther King Jr. Elementary School had a STEM and Ag Day. And students had the opportunity to explore hands-on exhibits, discover new ideas, and learn more about the exciting world of STEM and agriculture. Again, that is something that we have been very intentional about, providing more opportunities for exposure for STEM and ag careers throughout our community. Next, I want to congratulate Miss Queasia Arnold, who was the first place national winner in the prestigious Congressional Art Competition. This is the second consecutive year that a Westover student has secured the national recognition and will have art on display in a year-long exhibition at the U.S. Capitol. Also, Miss Queasia and her family will be sponsored on a flight to D.C. for the unveiling, and we want to thank Southwest Airlines for providing that free air travel for Queasia and her family. Our College and Career Academy, the 4C Commodores robotics team, had a very good year again. They finished first place in the Peachtree robotics competition, first place in the Albany robotics competition, and also won the Impact Award. They finished second place at the state championship tournament this past weekend. They also won the Gracious Professionalism Award. They finished the season ranked third in the state, and they qualified again for the World Tournament to be held in Houston, Texas, later this month and into May. Congratulations again to our 4C Commodores robotics team and their coach, Darren Hagler. Live Oak Cheer Squad won first place in the Tri-City competition in Columbus, Georgia. April 1st was Paraprofessional Appreciation Day, and we want to make sure we acknowledge our paraprofessionals for the work that they do to support our students every day. And finally, National Assistant Principals Week was last week, and you saw our social media platforms. You will see a lot of thanks and appreciation being extended to our assistant principals who do a lot of the hard work every day to support our students, their families, as well as our educators. That's all I have, Madam Chair, Mr. Davis, unless there are any questions.
Any board members have questions for? Thank you, Mr. Superintendent. Board members, we will be needing an executive session. We will have action after with the addendum. Question for the board, would you like to go out to executive session now, and then once we get through, we can, at the executive session, we can go to our regular board meeting? May I have a motion to go in executive session to discuss personnel?
Madam Chair, I offer motion that we go into executive session at this time to discuss personnel.
I have a motion, do I have a second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? We will be going to executive session. I will ask all staff and community members to step outside for us to get ready for executive session, and then we'll call those people back in that need to come back in. Thank you.
Yeah, man, it's a big loss for he did a lot of.
Thank you for attending our Dougherty County Board meeting. Will you please silence your phone and stand for a moment of silence and the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Okay, board members. Mr. Superintendent, Mr. Davis, do we have any public comments or presentations?
No, ma'am, we do not.
Okay, board members, do we have a motion to adopt the agenda?
So move.
Second.
Moved by Fennessy, second by Ms. Heath,
Madam Chair, did that include the addendum?
including addendum 2A. Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. Board members, do we have any changes to the minutes for the board meeting March 26th? If not, I can entertain a motion to approve the minutes. May I get a motion to approve the
Madam
minutes?
Chair, I move the approval of the minutes.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, it's been properly approved. Board members, can we get in this, not a consent agenda, 2 through 5A? We will have to pull the internet acceptor policy out by itself. So can I get a consent agenda for everything except 5B, including 2A, the addendum?
So moved. As stated.
All in favor? All opposed? Okay, now, can we get a motion to approve the school board policy, internet acceptable use?
Madam Chair, I move the approval of the internet chat.
Second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Any committee reports? Just a reminder, we have the district meeting. Well, that's, okay. That's okay. That's why we can change it. You got an eraser, right, Ms. Rhonda? Okay. We do need to pull out the school board governance, school board policy BAB separate again. So may I get a motion for approval of the school board policy BAB?
Make the move, Madam Chair.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? You good, Ms. Sanders? Okay, just one. Any committee reports? Okay, board members, just a reminder that we have the district meeting on next Monday at 4C Academy. And Ms. Rhonda will be sending out another reminder. We will RSVP for everyone. Mr. Davis? No, ma'am. Okay, no last words. Anything else needs to come before the Dougherty County School Board?
Just a reminder, Madam Chair, if you don't mind, the Boys and Girls Club, the annual Boys and Girls Club Steak and Burger Dinner will be held on Thursday. I think you received information on that. And again, this year, Dougherty County School System is the presenting sponsor. And the speaker is Fred McGriff, former Atlanta Braves first baseman. And look forward to you attending and engaging with our DCSS students.
Thank you, sir. Anything else, Mr. Dyer? Dr. Hand?
Yes, Madam Chairman, thank you. I'd like to first of all have two things. Need to keep Reverend Bush wife in prayer.
Oh, yes.
Definitely need to keep her in prayer. And at the same time, keep Westover's faculty and staff and students in prayer because of their chorus director passed away suddenly. So we need to continue to keep them in prayer as well.
Thank you. Dees Brown Jr. You were saying something, Ms. Hutler? Everybody? Ms. Heath, you had something? Okay, can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned. Thank you.